Wake up! Give your horse a drink. Hey, Boychin, your horse knows his way home. How about you? Hey, wake up! Sully! Sully! Oh my God, he's dead. Sully's dead!
Get an ambulance, somebody! Get an ambulance!
What the hell happened?
Somebody get a... What the hell? The customer bought it, too!
Very artful, Seymour.
Handsome cab driver had to go.
Take out a passenger, the driver always joins him. It's a good rule.
My customer, Mr. Moretti, who was he?
A friend.
East End Avenue. Oh, driver, could you turn up the radio? I'd like to listen to the inauguration.
They're all thieves.
Would you please?
Inaugural stand by Senator Lawrence Brockton, chairman of the Joint Congressional Committee. Moving toward their seats are President-elect and Mrs. Donald C. Marchant, and following them are the Vice President-elect Adam J. Warner and Mrs. Warner, along with their families.
I adore you. You're a magical person. Some of it has rubbed off on a very grateful fellow.
The weather for the...
I still say they're thieves, like everything else.
Sky with a few clouds. The Chief Justice of the United States, Alan P. Sykes, is moving towards the podium. He wears the traditional robes and holds the Bible.
It's over, Adam.
No.
I love you, but go home. You have a wife, a child on the way, and an extraordinary...
It means nothing.
If it meant nothing, this conversation wouldn't be taking place.
You know what that baloney cost the taxpayer?
I now present the Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court, the Honorable Alan P. Sykes.
He'll swear in on the Old Testament, the New Testament, and throw in his mother's grave, and still pick us clean. They're hustlers, all of them.
Not all of them.
Yeah, who? Who? Don't tell me you trust those guys.
I trust the Vice President.
Sounds like he's a friend of yours.
I, Donald Charles Marchant.
I knew him once. A long time ago.
Solemnly swear.
Joshua's our son, isn't he?
He's my son. You were merely the father.
I need to know about my son. You never told me. Why?
I was not about to tear you in two. I would have ended up with a lesser part.
Everyone's got a car.
Faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely, without reservation or purpose of evasion. I take this obligation freely, without reservation or purpose of evasion. Duties of the office.
Has he been sworn in yet?
Just about, Miss Parker.
So help me God.
God bless you, Adam.
Hi, Mom. Hi. You're home early. Want to see my new car?
Majority
You look great. Bye.
Hey, Joshua, big doings on TV. Lots of celebrities. Want to watch?
Hate speeches. They're all stupid.
Good thing his father didn't hear him say that.
Collaborating on a glorious day, always historic, always touching.
Well, perhaps I'm hopelessly out of date, Miss Parker. But I can't understand the value of a father knowing nothing about his own son. He knows. He knows the boy is his. There's no responsibility there.
Please, Mrs. Mackey, it's difficult enough.
I've worked all over, Miss Parker. You're raising him brilliantly.
As an adopted child, not my own.
there's the lie. I can never compensate for that.
Michael, no! Adam!
Please be careful, Adam. Be careful.
Jerry, come in. We're all here. Want something to drink? No. Jim, this is our colleague, Mr. Jerome Worth. Jerry, this is Mr. Jim.
Jim already around. Who's that?
This is Mr. Seymour Bourne.
No Seymours.
Excuse us, Seymour. Jerome Worth and Company make up about 25% of our business. He is very special to us, Jim.
Oh, he's special, all right. Insurance, banks, shipping, narcotics. 5 times removed. And, of course, laundry. My God, you do great laundry.
Shut him up, Thomas.
No offense. So, Thomas, I'm still here.
Worth and Company are being investigated by the Justice Department. Very aggressively. There could be an indictment.
Stupid to let it get that bad.
Stupid. Thomas, why is this 10-cent hood still alive?
Because, sir, your kind of manicured hustler can't make it on his own.
Jim, you fool with Jerry Worth, you fool with me. Don't. Now, gentlemen, there is, as we know, a new administration coming in. The new Deputy Attorney General, Alan Haber, will decide whether they'll move to indict Jerry Worth or not. If he says no, it's no, and that's it.
And who's going to make him say no?
Well, according to Jim, the new vice president will take care of that.
Thomas, this is the real world. No one can reach Adam Warner. He's not only honest, he's rich.
Yeah, he's rich. His honesty, it's none of my business. His private life is.
I don't care what you have on him. As long as it convinces Warner to lean on his good friend, Arlen Haber.
Arlen Haber wouldn't prosecute John Wilkes Booth if Warner told him not to.
And will he tell him not to?
If Jennifer Parker tells Warner not to. She will.
I'm leaving now. Remember, Tony.
James Moretti.
Remember, Rocco. I go down, everybody goes. Understand?
Capisci.
Seguiranno, sono vice presidente eletto signor Adam Warner e signora Warner insieme
Adam
con
Warner.
le sue famiglie.
What a farce.
Nel cielo chiaro
Carlo! Carlo!
Sì, signora la marchesa.
Carlo, il televisore, per favore. Voglio vedere lo spettacolo.
appassionati, un rituale di
Scusa, Marchesa, non c'è da fare, sta qualcosa con la ricezione.
Italian television, 20 years, and I still can't get the picture to stay put.
Must be very frustrating.
Come sit here with me, Boise.
With great pleasure, Marchesa.
Paul Wendkos sta abbracciando signora Marchand.
You watch nothing, you get nothing.
A tutta quell'atmosfera festiva, con la musica rituale, sì, anche a buon tempo sono stati collaborati a una favolosa giornata.
Inaugurations, what a circus.
Sempre commovente.
You've got 15 minutes for verming, pal, and then that's it.
Look at this, Mom. Look.
I looked. Come on now. Don't forget.
Whoops. Want to see Father Ryan before I go to bed. Does he have to go away?
He's only going to Rome, sweetheart. Remember we talked about it? He'll be back.
Hate people going away. You don't know whether they're ever coming back.
Sweet dreams.
You know the schedule, Phil?
Yeah, it won't be late.
This one is unique.
As far as I'm concerned, they're all unique. Bodies are bodies.
You haven't lost the knack, Mrs. Mackey. Your cooking remains plain and fattening.
Father Ryan, your compliments are still not charitable.
Father Ryan's a priest, not a diplomat.
Uh-huh.
And he'd probably put on 15 pounds in Rome.
I intend to. You think a priest goes to Rome for spiritual growth? Jennifer, you're a good friend. If a priest can have a home life, you've given me one.
Well, it's nice to have a resident priest here, Francis. Absolves our sins before we make them.
Sorry, Jennifer. I can't make that deal. It's only a resume.
Jeremy Simmons.
You need an associate. Your cup of cases runneth over.
I'm gonna kill you.
Not before Rome, Jennifer, please. Not before Rome. Jennifer, Jeremy Simmons is very able and deeply troubled.
And he was damn near disbarred. He disappeared from a case the morning he was due to sum up.
He was looking for his wife. She's destroying him. Maybe she's impossible. Maybe he is. That's their problem. Jennifer, give the man a chance.
Among the most sought-after tickets for tonight's festivities, popping out all of its social circles of Washington.
Look at Warner. The wife. The royal family. Surrounded by all the money, power, and grace you can hustle into one room.
And I'll fall down. I like blackmail, Mr. Moretti. For a guy like me, it's a day off. No dead eyes, no final prayers, no begging, no cleaning up. It's the part I hate, cleaning up. You end up a maid.
I'll try to keep it clean for you, Seymour.
No promises. There may be some cleaning up to do.
Blackmail? Mr. Moretti, no one dies.
It's all right, Michael. We'll let Warner dance for a while. We'll stroke the Parker lady for a time.
What about the deal with Colfax? Worth?
We'll make them both very happy, gentlemen. Terry Worth will be bigger than ever. Then we'll deal with family matters.
No one here can remember, Joan, when a vice president created the excitement that's happening now. And of course, no small part of that is due to the personality and influence of Mrs. Warner. Well known in social and political circles since her coming out party in 1974. The new second lady of the land is said by many observers to have her eye on the White House itself. For her husband, of course. Some say she's more ambitious than Adam Warner. That remains to be seen. But tonight, all eyes are on the flawless performances of the Vice President and his radiant wife.
Welcome to your new home.
That'll be all, thank you. And nothing more this evening, thank you. Oh, it's all so beautiful. Thank you, Adam. With the new vice president, like a scotch and soda.
Not too much soda. It occurs to me, Mary Beth, that you're good at this.
At what?
Coronations, inaugurations, wedding nights. You're just an expert in success, Mary Beth, an authentic winner. If Marie Antoinette had your brains, this would be a royal palace, and there'd be no need for revolution or democracy. Poverty and injustice would be irrelevant in your reign.
You'd still be required, Adam. Without you, nothing works.
Ah, but there is me, Mary Beth. There is me because of you. Without you, I might be protesting out there with torn jeans and ketchup-stained pamphlets. Without you, I might be living a life of futile exhaustion. Without you...
Without me, you might be a hell of a lot happier. But that kind of happiness, darling, comes with a fearful price.
What price?
Obscurity. But that's not for my Adam. Is it, darling? I know. You're restless, moody, and desperately nostalgic. But it'll fade away. It will. You will tune out that last distracting whisper of your fervent years. So this is it. Heaven does charge. There will be no scandal. No affairs for me or you. Therefore, old husband, you have the deal of the century. No love to interfere with sex. No love to confuse you. No bed to interfere with dreams. And so, Mr. Vice President, here I am. The only game in town.
Mary Beth. What? What's wrong?
Wrong. What could be wrong in this royal boudoir? Wrong? There's nothing wrong. Well, perhaps something.
Tell me.
You still talk in your sleep, Adam. And tonight the subject was Jennifer.
Jennifer?
Jennifer Parker. You brought her here tonight. You chose this occasion to bring her into our house. You brought Jennifer Parker into our bed. You didn't sleep with me tonight, you slept with her. You brought a whore to our sheets.
You're wrong, Mary Beth. You're wrong.
Wrong about what? Whether Parker's a whore or whether you brought her here.
Let's stop for a moment, okay, fellas?
Hello?
Hello, Jennifer. Sorry to wake you. I know it's late. Did you watch the inauguration?
Yes, I saw you.
It was very, very colorful.
Hi, Adam. Why tonight? Why after all these years?
There were no years, only you. It occurred to me somewhere between all those cheers and all that pageantry that I was going to grow old quite badly without you.
Adam. Even after all these years, you can still make me cry.
Jennifer Parker, attorney at law. She's on the phone right now. Can I take a message? She'll get back to you as soon as she's free. Jennifer Parker? I'm sorry, Mr. Gribbets. She's on the phone. I think so. We'll get back to you.
I'm Jeremy Simmons. I have an appointment with Miss Parker.
Yes.
Sharon, I am not enjoying today, not enjoying it at all. Cancel the rest of it.
Yeah. You have 3 appointments today. A preliminary hearing, and Deke Farmer called from Washington 3 times. He's with Hatcher, Foreman, Delaphant. If God needed a lawyer, that's the firm.
God couldn't afford them.
You're Jeremy Simmons. Okay, let's see what Ryan sees in you. Your problem, Mr. Simmons, is not your tie.
I suppose you want to hear about it.
If you want to tell me about it.
I never showed up for my own summation. My client lost the case, and he shouldn't have lost the case.
But you're a wunderkind.
A wunderkind who became a not-so-wonderful adult. All canceled. I keep them to remind me of better days. Days when doormen were tall and all maids slept in.
And where is this terrible wife you claim?
I claim nothing. And my wife's whereabouts are irrelevant. Father Ryan said that he thought you might need an associate.
Are you willing to tell me why I should hire you?
Are you willing to forget what you've heard about Catherine and myself? Is it enough to tell you that my role as victimized husband was written by friends? I'm a good lawyer, Miss Parker. I could even be a bargain. Shrewd people do buy damaged goods. You can get years of use out of damaged goods.
I don't think you're damaged goods at all. But you probably are a bargain. You're hired. Want to know what you're going to start on?
I haven't a clue.
A child molestation case.
Whose side are we on?
The alleged molester.
Oh, I want a raise.
It's okay, Jennifer. It's just me.
How did you know you had me followed, Adam? Oh, be careful, please.
Just today, Jennifer. I wanted to see you. You still coming down here?
When things get muddled, I buy a sandwich and come here.
Are things muddled?
They have been since you called.
And before?
I cope.
Well, this is still the loneliest place I know.
You used to say, lonely people like lonely places.
And you're still astonishingly beautiful.
Please, don't hurt me.
Never. Jennifer Parker. You were at the inauguration, you know. You marched with the bands, you danced at all the balls. You were in every scene, you stole the show.
You're not in my life anymore, Adam.
But you were in mine. Jennifer. I still love you.
Go home. Go be a great man, good husband. A loving father to your little girl.
And our boy?
Oh, please, Adam.
I want to see Joshua.
Don't hurt him. He's innocent.
So were you, damn it. So were you.
In love, yes. Innocent, no.
Oh, Miss Parker, I didn't hear you come in.
Is Joshua still?
Oh, he's fine. He's in his room playing with his new cars. Oh, Miss Parker, this is Dennis Callahan, the son of an old school chum, now departed.
Mrs. Mackey's been kind enough to help me get started in the United States. I'm from Cork. Just got off the boat, which was a plane.
I've been telling Dennis that it's not all that easy in New York, but he's willing.
No job too small, no salary too big. Mrs. Mackey's been telling me what a wonderful barrister you are.
Lawyer in the States. And not all that wonderful.
Mrs. Mackey's been telling me.
I hope Mrs. Mackey hasn't been boring you with family matters.
Oh, nothing like that.
I think I've taken too much of your time.
Oh, no. Stay where you are, Mr. Callahan. I have some calls to make.
Oh, Miss Parker, your office called to remind you that lunch with Deke Farmer is confirmed for tomorrow. And Mr. Simmons called. The hearing on the Glenn Morris case is set for Thursday. Glenn Morris? Isn't that the child molestation case? Miss Parker, surely you're not going to...
The man's entitled to a lawyer.
But people like that...
Are people. Visit us again, Mr. Callahan.
I would really like that. I feel almost family around here.
So, welcome to New York.
Isn't she nice, though?
Cold salmon would be nice, and the lady will have the veal piccata.
And with the salad, Roquefort
Oil
or
and vinegar? Is that all right with you?
Yes, fine.
Oil and vinegar, Andre.
Thank you, Mr. Farmer.
If you ever want to rattle the imperturbable Andre, just call him Andrew. He'll drop his menus and composure all over the restaurant.
Now, why would I do that?
Because Andrew is his real name, Andrew Belkin. The firm wants you.
Why?
Why? What do you mean, why?
Mr. Farmer, the firm of Hatcher, Foreman, and Delafonte is as big as you can get. You've sent one partner to the United States Supreme Court. You've given the country an attorney general, secretary of the Treasury.
We don't talk about him. So, how about it? You could go all the way. Margaret Delafonte is desperate to have you.
As I said before, why?
She thinks you're brilliant. And she wants to center the firm.
Center the firm?
She wants balance. More women, more ethnics, more non-establishment types.
No.
No.
No. I have a nice practice. And I have freedom. It's okay. I'm doing fine.
Well, you are doing fine. But it is no crime to take on the big ones, the ones that go into the books we lawyers study and use. The cases that expand the law, that expand thought. Miss Parker, if you don't want to get rich, that's your problem. But if you don't want to use yourself to the fullest, that's everyone else's problem. I could get fired for losing you.
Then have Margot Delafonte call me. I'll cover for you. I won't tell her how you botched it.
You laugh like a chicken.
Excuse me, but I don't believe anyone asked you to sit down.
Go away. Lady and myself have business.
You don't leave, you'll be escorted out.
Now, before you go to bed tonight, and if you're very lucky, only your kneecaps will be broken.
By who?
Please, Mr. Farmer.
I said by who?
When I was very young and brave and foolish, my kneecaps were broken. The gentleman who broke them died some years later. He died very badly. But my knees still hurt.
You're Michael's brother.
Care whose
It's okay,
brother
Mr.
you
Farmer.
are.
Please, finish your lunch. I will call Delafonte. You wanted to see me? Let's go outside.
Michael said you were tough.
Please don't touch me like that.
Parker. You're about ready to explode.
Miss Parker. Miss Parker.
Yes, Mr. Moretti?
Poor Michael. I wonder if he knows he's dead. Still, one can't collaborate with the dead. We need the help of the living. Now, you'll collaborate with me, won't you, Miss Parker? You'll help me avenge my brother's death. You're a fair-minded person. Aren't you?
Just never leave me again.
Michael, I intend to be free of you.
How's Joshua?
Hans Christian Andersen, born 1805 in the slums of Odense on the island of Fly, Denmark. Mr. Andersen did not admire his fairy tales, he dismissed them. He preferred dark plays and strange novels. Imagine. He never understood the impact of his tall tales. Died in an asylum in Copenhagen, 1875, a stark, raving maniac.
Are you going to punish me for your brother's death?
If I were going to do that, it would have happened a long time ago while I was still sick with hate.
And you're no longer sick with hate.
The hate grows, along with my business acumen.
Are you in the same business Michael was?
The legitimate part.
Is there a legitimate part? All right, Mr. Moretti. You could have hurt me and you haven't. What do you want?
You owe us. My brother saved your son's life. He received very little for his efforts.
Very little? When your brother tried to kill Adam Warner, the bullet intended for him decided on me. Because of that bullet, Mr. Moretti, I can't have any more children. That was your brother's legacy to me.
Your kid's alive. Michael is dead. You owe us.
If I don't pay?
Look at that great and beautiful face. Imagine all of the beauty that he gave to children. All the magic. Still, the man was mad. Absolutely nutty as a fruitcake.
I can see why Michael loved you.
My God, what can happen to a man?
Mr. Morris, really, you must have given the boy some reason. He did try to kill himself.
I don't know. I mean, there's nothing. William was extremely polite, very attentive. He was a perfect student. Not like some of the others.
What others, Mr. Morris?
The other students. Most of them didn't really want violin lessons. Their parents wanted it for them. They missed appointments. They didn't practice.
Why did you take him?
You know how few concerts the Westchester County Orchestra gives. I did better playing on cruise ships. At least there were tips. I never touched William Havermeyer. I never touched anyone.
Excuse me, your tickets to Washington? Compliments of Hatcher Foreman Delafonte. I think they've booked you at the Hayes Adams.
So, it's beginning, huh?
Only going to listen, take in a real Washington party. Whatever happens, you're on board.
I would appreciate it if I could go home now.
Of course.
What I don't understand is why William would say something like that. He was always so polite. Isaac Stern is doing the Brahms concerto tonight. It's on the radio.
That's nice.
I met Mr. Stern once. He was most cordial.
Look, all we have is a mentally ill client. Morris did make a pass at the boy. It was a serious pass. The boy could not take it. He fell apart and tried
To kill himself? Maybe. I just don't buy the motivation. Morris is a loner, granted, but he's a musician. Even musicians have friends. If we could just locate someone who knows him.
get character witnesses.
Oh, I want more than a character witness. I don't know what I want. Sharon, get me a list of all Morris's friends, relatives, acquaintances, anything. Thank you. Who? Jeremy, it's for you.
Oh. Yes. Where? Oh, yeah. I know that place. I'll get there as soon as I can.
Jeremy? Is it Catherine? What is it, Jeremy?
Thanks for calling, Mrs. Stomach.
We left there about half an hour ago. Room 203.
Thanks. Catherine.
that decent.
That's right. He told Margot at a dinner party the other night that without cocktail parties, which he profoundly despises, he wouldn't know half as much about what he's supposed to know. Want another?
Well, this is fine, thank you.
Cocktail hour is a splendid hour.
I thought you and Miss Delafonte wanted to see me privately.
Well, with Margot's schedule and her strong wish to make a deal with you, this is her first opportunity for a private meeting.
This?
This.
Well,
Believe me, Miss Parker, in Washington, 85% of business is conducted at cocktail parties or at charity functions. So, here this evening, Margot gets a sparkling deduction for charitable entertainment, a chance to push the Smithsonian Building Fund, which she cares deeply about, and a chance to make a deal with you.
Stay with her, Deke. Keep her laughing, drinking, and impressed. I'll be over in a moment.
is she always this?
No, when she's angry, government buildings close, monuments cringe.
But you adore her, don't you?
One doesn't adore Margot Delafonte. One worships her.
Oh, there's
Senator Ainsworth. Look at his little skip when he walks. It means he's swimming in his cups.
He looks absolutely sober to me.
He isn't. Not that he couldn't hold the Senate spellbound for a half an hour.
So how do you know he's drunk?
Ainsworth and I were lovers 2 presidencies ago. He fell out of bed once too often. My firm still represents him, the darling.
Hello, Margot. You look marvelous.
Hello, Arlen.
Duke?
Oh, I'm especially glad to see you.
Oh, why especially?
Well, you're new and gorgeous and newly powerful. Jennifer, this is the Honorable Arlen Haber. He's our new Deputy Attorney General. Arlen, this is Jennifer Parker, soon to be a brilliant addition to our firm.
Well, congratulations, Miss Parker. You can learn a great deal from Margot. Excuse me.
Why did you tell him I was joining the firm? I really haven't said yes to anything.
Well, we at the firm are eternally optimistic.
What's wrong? See a ghost?
Just a whore, Priscilla.
Ooh, where? Come on, Mary Beth. Where? Not fair. This place is full of whores. Which one is yours?
If you're worried about turning your life upside down, don't. You can stay in New York. We have a great team in New York. I spend a lot of time there.
I do have a staff. It's small, granted.
Bring in anyone you want.
I don't practice
our kind of law. There's only one way of practicing, and that's practicing well, successfully, and honestly. We're merely giving you a strong position to do more of what you do so well now.
See, Jennifer, Margot never talked to me this way.
Darling boy, we never solicited you. You came to us, remember? With a badly typed resume and scruffy shoes. You're an able lawyer. And there's always room for a handsome white bachelor who wears sweaters and kind of sprawls about.
Hello, Margot.
Well, hello, Mrs. Vice President. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. You look incredible, Mary Beth. You make me feel like I've just made a miraculous recovery. I've not come out of intensive care, darling. I've merely come to your sweet little party. You know our Miss Parker? I believe so. Here's my big catch.
At the request of the Chief Assistant District Attorney, Mr. Bluestone, I convene this court for 2 o'clock sharp. Is anyone here from the District Attorney's office? who can open for the people? Are you it?
Not really, Your Honor. I'm assigned to this case to help. I'm new.
Do you have any idea where Mr. Bluestone is?
Good God, no.
Bluestone is much later. We can get a postponement. What the hell is this? What's DeSalva doing here?
The people apologize to the court, Your Honor.
As well they might. This court will not tolerate the district attorney's office arriving at any time he chooses.
Again, my apologies, Your Honor, but we've changed schedules. I intend to present the people's case against Mr. Glenn Morris myself, along with Mr. Bluestone.
An egomaniac. He took the case from Bluestone. Your Honor, may I address the court?
You may.
Your Honor, since Mr. DeSalva has chosen to make an entrance...
Your Honor, I object.
Denied. Proceed, Miss Parker.
Since District Attorney DeSalva has chosen to parade himself into court late, I request you to instruct the jury to disregard any implication that the appearance of Mr. DeSalva is in any way significant as to the validity or certainty of the state's case.
This court may not interfere with the district attorney's judgment, which includes taking over a case himself, and so will order no such instruction. Mr. DeSalva, please make your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I would challenge the heavens themselves to put into any language, let alone into legal terms, the horrors which have been visited on an innocent child. In waiving her right to cross-examine the victim, William Havermeyer, even the noted defense counsel has recognized the ultimate savagery of this case. Even if her action was intended for the press. Yes. Even so, the noted defense counsel cannot bring herself to further destroy that boy.
Damn, he's good. Still good.
Dear God in heaven, how about holding off a little? I do want to go to Rome, just once. What do you say? On my word of honor, dear Lord, I won't get a dime back from the excursion tickets if I cancel. Not a dime. So give it a thought.
This is it. I've changed outfits 3 times, and if he doesn't like this one, I don't know.
Miss Parker, Mr. Warner hasn't seen any of them.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, he's gonna hate this one.
Miss Parker, the vice president is coming to see Joshua.
That's what he's been saying. He's been saying it. Oh, I still look terrible.
You look lovely.
Oh. Now remember, Joshua doesn't know. Adam is merely a guest.
Merely a guest.
Good. It's all clear here, no problem. Okay, I'll just stand by.
Who is it?
Adam.
Joshua, stop staring.
Can't help it. He looks like a TV star. Are you a TV star?
I'm afraid not, Joshua. But I have been on TV.
How come you aren't staying for supper? Mommy's friends always stay for supper. I'll tell Mrs. Mackey. She always has Joshua.
Whoa!
You're strong.
Oh, I love you. Mwah.
Hey, Mom. The nice man loves me.
You're gonna have to tell him one day.
No, you tell him, Adam. Joshua and I have never asked anything of you. So when the time's right, you tell him. And if it's never right, well, then that's okay, too. Joshua and I we'll get on fine.
Miss Mackey is watching television in her room. Says you probably already had your supper.
Hey, pal, it's about time to get ready for bed. I'll come in a little while.
Mommy has terrific friends.
Good night, Joshua.
Adam, you know me pretty well.
I think so.
Well, I've had a feeling for a while now that I'm being watched or followed. I know that sounds silly. Well, forget it.
Jennifer, the Secret Service is charged with protecting the president, the vice president, and the families.
Joshua?
Around the clock.
So the Secret Service knows.
No, only the president. He made the assignment himself. He even took the chance that the Secret Service men might think that Joshua belonged to him.
Good old Josh. Suddenly everyone's his father. 2 months ago, no one was. Adam, what is it?
I've been badgering you for weeks to let me see my son. I came here tonight convinced I could handle it, but
It's all right, Adam. We have a wonderful boy.
It's funny. I grew up in a big house. And now I reside in an even bigger house. But I don't live there, Jennifer. I guess I don't live anywhere.
I gave you a son. I can't give you a home. We can't cross-examine Havemeyer. The jury thinks he's a golden boy. Yes, Sharon?
Delafonte is arriving in New York today and wants to meet with you.
Okay, make the appointment.
You gonna move over to Delafonte?
I'm tilting.
Because DeSalva's murdering us on the Morris case. It's only one case.
It's a rough one to lose.
You can also lose at the Delafonte firm.
But with more style. Come on, we're running late. See you later, Sharon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
4 o'clock. That's good.
Taxi! Taxi!
Jennifer! Anything wrong? What is it?
We may have a break.
Let's go, let's go. I can't make any money standing still here.
Remember that musician friend of Mr. Morris's that you've been combing the city for? Well, he's back in town. This is his address. He'll wait for you. He says Glenn Morris plays a lot of wrong notes, but wouldn't touch anybody.
Get another cab and keep it going as long as you can.
That judge is not gonna let me fool around.
Father Ryan said you were a genius. Be one. I'll be back in court as soon as I can.
You people realize, of course, you destroyed my entire financial picture.
Taxi! Taxi!
With your schedule, I never thought you'd come to New York just to convince Jennifer Parker.
The lady is a hell of a lot more independent than any of us reckoned.
don't particularly like Jennifer Parker.
So why are we trying?
I said I don't like her. I didn't say the firm couldn't use her. Oh, darling, rub my neck. New York makes me tense. Right here.
Your Honor, at this time, the counsel for the defense would like the court to recall William Havemeyer so that it might have an opportunity for cross-examination.
I object, Your Honor.
Your Honor, certain information has come to light that gives us no alternative other than to exercise our right to cross-examine Havemeyer.
You have waived your right to cross-examine William Havemeyer.
Your Honor, I do not enjoy the prospect of confronting a child who has already suffered too much. But I cannot stand by and have my client's life destroyed.
Miss Parker, this court does not wish to impede Mr. Morris's right to a fair trial, but your request sorely tests the rules of evidence and court procedure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
However, given the special circumstances of this case and the possibilities of severe penalties to the defendant, this court is persuaded that the defense may cross-examine Mr. Havemeyer.
Objection, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Exception.
Noted. You understand, Miss Parker. I must caution you. You are being allowed to cross-examine Mr. Havemeyer on the condition of extreme caution. You will not be allowed to savagely maul this boy on this witness stand. And I want your questions germane, non-inflammatory, and brief. This court stands adjourned until Monday, 10 a.m. Attendance on Monday will be limited to officers of the court and the parents of Mr. Havemeyer. Understood?
All rise. Court's adjourned.
Mrs. Mackey, wait till you read this. This reporter says he has it from unimpeachable sources that DeSalvo and I came to blows in the judge's chambers. Oh.
If you're going to turn the public against you, you should take more lucrative cases.
You're kind. Please, leave us alone.
No scenes in front of the boy, please. Oh, my father loved taking us to the park on Sundays. My brother Michael was always tumbling about, always disappearing. I hung around with my dad. He liked to read to me. He admired respect. My mother leaned toward Michael. My mother died without even knowing Michael had preceded her. We couldn't tell her. She had too much pain as it was. You know what she said to me before she died? She touched my cheek, and she said, "You're a good boy. Look after your brother. He needs you." You get on with your mother? It's a very important thing.
My mother left home when I was less than a year old. She may be dead.
One day everything's family, the next, everything's scattered. So, Michael's gone. That leaves me. That leaves you. That leaves us.
Mr. Moretti, I'm only talking to you because I don't want a scene. Now, what do you want?
An ongoing relationship. I wish to continue the Parker-Moretti family relationship.
That's absurd.
Already bought and paid for in blood. My brother's blood, not Adam Warner's. You see, you're one of us. Your son is one of us. Gabish?
Hi!
Hey!
You coming home with us for supper?
Joshua?
Want to see my cars? I have lots of cars.
No, Joshua.
Cars? Young man, you're talking to one super car freak.
Wait till you see my new Model X03. It can do anything. What's your name?
Jim. Jim Moretti. Let's see what you've got here.
Mommy just got me these ones. Here's my Maserati.
Maserati? You mean a Maserati?
Here is my Porsche.
You mean a Porsche, don't you?
Yeah.
What's this one? I like this one right here. What's that?
Mommy found it for me.
Joshua?
It's time to go home.
You coming home for supper?
No, Joshua. He's not coming home.
And neither will I.
Come on, Joshua. If you don't go home, I won't be able to come and visit you. And I want to see the rest of your cars. Okay?
Okay.
Go on, Mrs. Mackey. I'll collect the cars.
So long, Mr. Moretti.
Your son's very charming.
Yes, Mr. Moretti, he is charming. I don't have to be, you understand? I don't have to be charming.
I had to know. What Michael felt when he kissed you. I had to know. My brother didn't have a chance, did he? He had him crawling on command, barking for scraps. Not this Moretti. Not this brother.
Say you love me. Say it.
I want you, Michael.
Tell me you love me.
Want.
Tell me.
Want.
Tell me.
William, is it possible that no crime took place at all?
That there was no attempt on Mr. Morris's part?
He wanted to grab me. I got scared. I ran around the room. He kept following me.
Playing the violin means a great deal to you, doesn't it, William?
It means everything.
Did Mr. Morris ever discuss your future as a violinist?
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, William. Did Mr. Morris ever discuss the limitations of your talent?
Your Honor, William's future as a violinist is totally irrelevant. It's absolutely
Your Honor.
immaterial.
The talent of William Havemeyer, as understood by Glenn Morris and discussed with colleagues of Glenn Morris, not yet brought out in this trial, is the very essence.
Miss Parker, I am not going to allow this line of questioning. I find it aimlessly cruel.
Your Honor, William Havemeyer's perception of his talent was at one time exaggerated and full of high hopes. Glenn Morris did not understand the full implication of those
Miss
hopes.
Parker, I will not warn you again.
I didn't mean to damage anyone. I didn't.
You didn't mean to do what?
Your Honor.
Sit down, Mr. DeSalva. Go on, Miss Parker.
William, did Mr. Morris ever do anything to you?
Ma'am, Mr. Morris never touched me. He said I would never be a great violinist. He said he would never have taken me if he knew how much I wanted to be a great violinist. He said that it was all right to teach ordinary boys, but it was a sin to encourage ordinary boys to thinking they were unique. I wanted to punish Mr. Morris. I'm sorry, Mr. Morris. It's not your fault. You're a good teacher. I'm sorry.
It's all right, William. I should have understood. I'm simply not equipped to deal with children who want to be great.
Mr. DeSalva, Miss Parker, would you two come to the bench? Mr. DeSalva, I think what we have here is a tragedy, not a crime.
Tell me the truth, counselor. Weren't you pleased to tell Catherine we're joining Hatcher, Foreman, and Delafonte?
I haven't told her yet.
You haven't?
She's been away.
How far away?
Far.
Ah, Jeremy.
It's okay, Jennifer. We got a deal, remember? You don't pry, and I show up. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Jeremy, where are you going? Gonna let an old maid go home to television and early bedtime?
You? You big fraud. Gone home to a sparkling kid in a nifty apartment.
My sparkling kid will give me a sloppy kiss, ask me to look at his new cars, and then totally ignore me until he goes to bed. Then I get another sloppy kiss, and an I love you, Mommy, and the view of his delicious behind as he seriously begins his 8 hours.
That sounds great. Buy you a drink?
Okay.
Cheers, friend.
To all the nice folks who wait with taste.
How about your plans tonight?
You really want to know?
Sure.
I'll have this one here, maybe one more closer to home. And then I'll have a few moments of grace while I fumble for my keys. Then a final reprieve looking for the lamp. See, I'm all right in the dark for a time. So there I am, finally home. Oh, yes. There's Catherine's slipper. A blue one, still in the middle of the floor. It's been there since she left. Just one blue slipper on the floor. And I stare at it. I don't pick it up. I don't pick it up because as long as it stays there, Catherine hasn't left.
Go on, Jeremy. Please.
So, there I am. 2 drinks starting to fade. And the blue slipper getting bigger. The apartment getting smaller.
Then what, Jeremy?
I cry. Yeah. I cry. I cry for Catherine. My tiny wounded Madonna who loves me and every other man in the world. I cry for the smell of her and sounds of her. I cry for every moment that she ever graced my life. And the phone rings. Oh, your heart flops all over your soul. You go racing to the phone, rehearsing what you're going to say. Only takes seconds to rehearse. Hello, Catherine. Sure, I'm okay. How are you? Well, that's great. Really great. Sure. Come over anytime. All your stuff is here. I saved your blue slipper for you. Yes, I did. And before you get to the phone, you have time to do another scenario. Hello, Catherine. Please come home. Hey, Catherine, come on home. Save a life. Won't take long. Hug, a kiss. Just a visit. So now you finally get to the phone. Hello.
Who was it, Jeremy?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Not Catherine. And you, Counselor?
I've told you most of it.
I know there's someone.
Ever since my gentleman, he was never my gentleman. I just hang around as if someone ordered me to stay on ice, to wait in the car, to do nothing that could possibly interfere with safety. Now, there's the career. And my blessed son. But me, I just hang around, waiting.
You know who ordered you to stay still?
Of course. Me.
So, here we are, Counselor. Two pleasant enough, bright enough people waiting. I stay home and wait for Catherine. You wait for something to happen.
But how we fool 'em. How we fool 'em.
But it sure makes for long nights, doesn't it?
It sure does.
What happened?
What is it?
It was a call.
What call?
From Rome. Father Ryan has had a coronary.
How bad?
I think pretty bad. He's in hospital. They're doing everything.
Mrs. Mackey, please. Start packing for me. Enough of anything for a week.
Mommy, is Father Ryan gonna die?
Not with us there. He won't dare.
Tell him to feint with his right and then jab.
I've been telling that to him for years. Come on, come on. Mix it up. Feint with your right, damn it. To the body, to the body. Then to the head. Come on, move it. What do you want to do with him, Mr. Moretti?
Shoot him. Something, I don't care.
Anything. I saw you visiting Parker and your kid last Sunday.
How much did you see?
What I saw was none of my business. The kid was safe. Parker's leaving for Rome. A friend of hers is sick. She's taking the kid with her. They go, I go.
Maybe I'll buy you a drink.
You have business in Rome?
Everyone has business in Rome.
Business?
No crackling wit. Capiche?
Don't muscle me, Sonny.
How often does Warner see Parker?
Couldn't say. I look after the boy.
How often?
couple of times. I look after the boy. That's what I get paid for.
And to keep us informed.
So consider yourself informed.
You on their plane to Rome?
Wherever the boy is.
All roads lead to Rome.
You're breathing hard, friend.
How's that?
You're drooling all over that lady. Your drool. But I ain't slipping in it. That's not the deal.
You open your sick mouth about me and Jennifer Parker again, you work for nobody. Nobody. If you're lucky and religious, we'll give you Korean sunglasses to hawk in South Jersey. Capiche?
Capiche.
The pronunciation stinks.
Look, Mommy, look.
We'll look later, Joshua. Plenty of time for sightseeing.
I'll save it for Father Ryan. I'll look at it, but I'll save it.
Is he all right, Miss Parker? The doctor will be here in a few minutes. He will answer all your questions.
Please, please don't let anything happen to Father Ryan. He's terrific.
Yes, he is.
Mommy, am I allowed to give Father Ryan my heart? I'm young. He could live forever and ever.
Oh, sweetheart. It's gonna be okay. I promise you. Now, don't let him do everything he wants. I want him to see Rome from a Roman.
Don't worry. Melissa and I already made a deal.
It will be fine, Senora Parker. We have much to learn from each other.
Senora Parker?
Yes.
You have a long-distance phone call. You may take it on the house phone.
Thank you. Have a good time. Not too long.
How come I can't come see Father Ryan?
Tomorrow, sweetheart. I promise. This is Senora Parker. You have a call for me?
Un taxi, per favore, per francese. Subito, ragazzi.
It was very serious, Jeremy, but he's gonna make it.
Well, should I fly over?
I don't think so. Actually, the doctor feels he'll do better at home. Ryan loves Rome, but he's such a New Yorker. He'll be more relaxed with his friends than with a lot of strange clergy, as he calls them. He says they keep looking at him as if he's being punished.
Actually, Jennifer, if it were meant to happen, I'm glad it happened in Rome. You know how much you see as you fall? In just a splash of time, I could see the columns of St. Peter's looking down at me, annoyed, yet very concerned. I saw sweet nuns and stern priests bending over me. I could swear one Monsignor was saying, "I'll bet the Yanks smoked."
Have you started smoking again?
Absolutely not. Hand to God.
Damn it, Francis. You gave us such a scare. When you get home, you're going on a health program. Understand?
Understood. Are you, going to stay on in Rome?
Just for a few days. Joshua may not get back here for years. I want him to see as much as he can.
Oh, Joshua. I'd give a lot to hang around and see him grow up.
You will.
That'd be nice.
to watch that strange, elusive boy grow all the way to the sky. Jennifer, how much do you think the boy knows? Really knows?
Sometimes I think nothing. Then some days he stares at me and I think he's trying to say, hang on, Mom. Give me a chance to grow up. I'll fix it all up.
No one can fix it all up except you.
And his father.
You get with it, Jennifer. Don't wait for the past to catch up. If you do, you won't recognize it.
Ehi! Piano! Ma cosa stai
Madonna,
facendo?
che macchina, signore, è favolosa.
Chi ti credi di essere?
Non è una macchina, è un sogno questo.
Idiota!
Hi, Mr. Reddy. Hey, what a car. What a great car. I have one just like it. You just go, vroom. Mine goes, vroom, when I drive it through the living room.
I just bought it. It hasn't started talking yet, Joshua. How are you doing? You're looking good.
Look at those lines. Look at that hood. Could you drive me around the block just once?
No, he can't, Joshua.
Please, Mr. Moretti. This car is so great. Shouldn't those orders stick together? I'd take you for a spin, Mr. Moretti, if my car were here.
I'll bet you would.
Boy, to go home and tell the kids it'd be worth everything, Mr. Moretti. Please.
I'm afraid not, Joshua.
Oh, I'd pay you anything.
How much?
How much we got, Alyssa? Oh, this is Alyssa. She looks after me. When I get home, I'll bust my Christmas bank. Anything you want. Just a little spin.
Okay, but just a little one.
Yeah!
I can't allow this, sir.
Senora, give the boy a break. We won't be long.
Mr. Moretti, we can't allow this.
I'm family. The kid's safer with me than anyone.
What if they find out?
No one will find out. Take a walk. Get fitted for a suit. Believe me, you can afford it.
Fasten your seatbelt. Ready to take off?
Ehi, che razza di macchina è questa? Forse ce la fai più presto a piedi, no?
What'd the man say?
Nothing, Joshua. He's just making fun of our car.
Is that car faster than ours, Mr. Moretti?
We're not trying, Joshua.
T'aspettavo. Che fa? Non c'è motore?
What'd he say?
It's all right, Joshua. He has no manners.
Ah, Americano, American. You will get old waiting in that heap, bambino. Come on over and ride in a real car, eh?
Ti piace scherzare? Allora, vieni. I mortacci tu. Andiamo.
Andiamo, ragazzi.
Prova a starmi dietro!
Joshua! Joshua!
Joshua?
Come on.
Soit notre pays, quel que soit notre politique. Nous nous sommes réunis.
There's a call for you, Mr. Vice President. It seems to be very important.
Et malgré les différences qui nous séparent en ce qui concerne la route qu'il faut prendre vers une solution efficace, nous partageons tous, toujours, le même but.
Hello? Jennifer. Oh, God. God, where is he? As long as it takes to get from Brussels to Rome. Joshua. Jennifer, I got here as soon as I could.
Signora, you've not been out of this room since yesterday.
Where else should I be?
There'll be no change in the boy for quite a while. I'll be with him all the time. Why not take a nap? A walk, perhaps. You'll feel better. Go on now.
Is he gonna die, Adam?
The doctors say if he wakes up within 24 hours, if he comes out of the coma.
The doctors are lost. And Joshua can't help them.
And it all seems incredible. A stranger takes my kid for a joyride, and my vaunted Secret Service lets it happen. If anyone's to blame, it's me. If I had accepted Joshua, if I'd stood at the top of the Capitol stairs and said, "That's my kid. That's my kid."
Something else would have happened. You look exhausted. Go get some sleep. I'll call you the minute there's any news.
I'm staying at a friend's. Where are you going?
Joshua's room. Maybe he'll know his mom's there.
Signora Marchesa, il signore Boise.
Grazie tanto. Puoi andare.
Sì, Marchesa.
Want a belt? How about a nice bourbon and water? Echo, a real American drink. Personally, I can't stand all that grape crap. Although I'm told that we own 200 acres of the best vineyards in Italy.
I'll join you.
My late husband left me the vineyards and the shipping lines and 200 pounds of dust covering about 600 priceless paintings. Priceless, but god-awful. Plus almost 100 real relatives, mostly poor, and about 200 others, mostly phony. How's the kid?
Not good.
You told me on the phone he had a chance.
Italian doctors still believe in happy endings.
So did my late husband, Marchese.
Your husband was reported to be a great man.
Whoever reported that was on the take. Oh, he was all right, I suppose. He didn't have a happy ending. Echo, who does? Nobody dies well. The poor Marchese. He seemed so surprised to have to shove off. I think that he figured God owed him overtime.
God did reward him on Earth. He allowed him to find you, Marchesa.
Well, he took me off the streets of New Orleans. I turned him on, like he was never turned on before. Well, how's the boy's mother doing? She must be a mess.
She's holding up?
She sounds like her father. He was always bearing up well. God, he was well behaved. It was almost eerie. So what you think, Boise? I haven't been able to get a straight story all the years I've employed people like you. Is that kid really adopted?
I was able to grab a look at some documents. I don't think so.
But you did have an affair with that politician.
He's the vice president now.
Is he the father? No, he's not the father. I've heard him talk.
How can you tell?
He's too earnest to make babies.
He has a daughter.
His wife has a daughter. Warner was probably being stalwart at the time.
You're very suspicious of people, aren't you?
Why not? Most of them are here on a pass. Did Warner give her any money?
I don't believe she asked for money.
What a pair. A thoroughly married politician and a vulnerable, wounded romantic. Mamma mia. Well, Boise, you've done a very thorough job and you haven't asked any imbecilic questions. They'll feed you downstairs. If you want to give them a tip, they won't object.
want to play some more games with my son? You want him carried out of here and put in your latest chariot? Go ahead. He won't give you any trouble. You see, Joshua's sleeping.
I only gave the boy a ride. He admired my car. We're friends.
Friends? You broke into my life. You deliberately gave Joshua the impression that you and I are friends, that we're family. Family, make the word obscene.
And you? Who gave you the authority to make judgments on my family?
I knew your brother, remember? Oh, I knew your brother too well. Now you get out of here, and you stay away from what's left of my family.
It's not over. If the boy lives, we all start again. If he doesn't, that's very sad. But nothing changes. You still owe us.
Oh, you? You? God! God!
Business is business. And personal business is personal business.
At least it's nicer out here. Even for a hospital, this one is ghastly. All that crippled shrubbery in the halls. All those nurses and doctors murmuring. If I was a patient here, I'd spend all my time screeching. What'd you say? Oh, it's bad enough to die, but I have to check out not knowing what anybody is saying. You're quite beautiful. You're a wreck, but you're quite beautiful.
If you'll excuse me, please,
My name is Alibrandi, the Marchesa Alibrandi. I live in Tuscany. I'll buy you a drink. There must be a cafe around here. There's always a cafe near hospitals. Nurses, doctors, students, they could never make it without booze and bad food.
If you'll excuse me.
I'm your mother, for God's sakes. Well, don't look so shocked. Most of us have had mothers at one time or another. It's all right, kid. I don't need money. But you can buy me a drink. And hate me later?
So, Mommy, here we are. Goodness, it's been a long time. Let's see. You left me in the crib with enough graham crackers for 25 years and enough love for 20 seconds.
You know, it's ridiculous a place like this does not have bourbon. I talked to the boy's doctor.
Why?
You're really gonna make this rough, aren't you?
What do you want?
Well, I thought I could help with the hospital bills, things like that.
I can manage. How did you know about me and the accident?
I'm outrageously wealthy. I can afford to have people look in on you from time to time.
Anyone I know?
Probably.
Daddy died, you know.
I know.
He was a very good man. Why did you break his heart?
I did your father the biggest favor I ever did anyone. I left him.
Too easy.
I did leave him you.
Even easier.
Your dad was a class act, a real class act. And he bored the hell out of me.
You're not fit to...
How the hell do you know what I was fit for? Listen, kid, I was a pretty joyous girl when I first met. What the hell was his name? I always thought that Abner was a funny name.
Go to hell.
Been there, didn't like it, left.
Just what are you?
A working girl who got lucky.
Still, you felt you wanted some contact.
I wanted to keep an eye on you, believe me, that's all. My, you're beautiful. I mean, you dress like you're sorry about everything, but you are beautiful.
God's sake, didn't you even hear a baby crying and all that dirty linen you tossed out?
I gave you to your father, who was a nice man and raised you well. I'll be going home tonight. I left my number and address at your hotel, just in case you need me. You look like me, you know. Your father was a nice man, but not very good looking. It's all right, I got it. He only had coffee. You adopted a kid, right? You adopted your own kid. You didn't want to disclose the name of the father, right? Don't really blame you. Somebody could get killed with information like that. Sure.
Yes? Yes, Jennifer.
Joshua's back. Thanks, pal. Thanks for hanging around. It'd be awfully stupid without you.
Yes. Yes, I understand. How sweet. No, nothing more right now. How good of you to call. How really good. Priscilla, if there was one person who never let you sleep a full night, never let you breathe easy, never let you enjoy even a smattering of your life, if there was one person whose very life denies yours, what would you do?
Darling, it depends on who.
You're my closest friend, you must believe that. But darling, if there were one person in the world I wouldn't tell, it would be you.
Darling, at least tell me if it's a man or a woman.
Suppose it's a man.
I'd probably kill him.
And if it was a woman?
I'd definitely kill her.
Seymour, you amaze me. You're not the everyday tourist. You're not an ordinary anything.
Looked interesting. Got sick of reading books about restaurants and churches. Tickets are set. Car picks us up in exactly 16 minutes. Parker lady. When you putting her to work?
Very soon. The grand jury investigation of Worth is almost complete.
What do you think?
Vice President was here. I think he'll come around.
And then?
And then we satisfy Michael.
Mr. Colfax wants everything to end when the indictment on Mr. Worth is squashed.
Colfax never had a brother. And if he did, he wouldn't know whether he loved him or not.
Are we still dealing with that Secret Service man?
Warner got rid of him. He'll retire on his pension and all the financial gratitude we're endowing him with.
Pretty expensive retirement.
Depends on his longevity. Can we pay the bill? I've had enough of room. Where's the luggage?
So Rome is none of my business. Everything you do is my business. Because we are in business for life. I told you there'd be no unauthorized straying. I handed you a package. You bought it.
I bought nothing.
Then I misunderstood you. And that is unfortunate. But now there'll be no misunderstanding. There'll be no further contact with that woman. No calls, no shared memories. It's over. It was a tacky indiscretion to begin with, leading to a near disaster for all of us. Adam, you wanted power. You have it. You have this great house. You have Secret Service men. The president has enormous respect for you. So don't embarrass us, Adam. Don't scurry around like some alley cat with no home, no responsibility, no family, no daughter. You understand? If I have to destroy you, I will.
You do offer a strong case for obsession, but I've known you all your life.
You want more than anyone I know. You go to sleep mumbling more. You wake up screeching more. Mary Beth, you wouldn't put your ass on a satin cushion if you thought it would make the slightest crease.
Oh, this is the brief. Right here. Thank you.
From your real family? Who's your real family, Jennifer?
Real family.
Here's to all brilliant lawyers. So, Jennifer, how do you feel?
Strange.
As well you should. Have some champagne, Mr.
Simmons, Miss Delphine. Jeremy Simmons, I work for you.
Ah, then drink up. Working for me is a good thing. Isn't it, Deke?
Oh, it's a very good thing.
So, here's to happy endings.
Your driver is downstairs, Miss Delafonte.
Forgot the time. We've all been having such fun. Well, Deke and I have to get back to Washington tonight. Goodbye, Mr. Simmons. Don't lose Mr. Simmons, Jennifer.
Don't know about you, but I feel I've been filed away for future use.
How much are we paying that loser who comes with Parker?
Jeremy Simmons, not all that much.
He irritates me.
Why?
I don't know. He's one of those almost or could have beens. They can be dangerous. You never know when they're going to break out, kill themselves, or do something heroic. Listen, darling, you go on down to Washington. I can't make the show tonight. Parker woman has screwed up my day.
What about the seats, your seats?
Use them. Call one of the girls in the office. Try that tall, intelligent one from the tax department. The one from Yale Law School. I hear she screams pretty good.
Ellen Layton screams. She doesn't even know I'm alive.
She knows I'm alive. She'll scream.
Why this compulsion to set me up with other women?
I don't want to be selfish.
You can leave them with me, Dennis.
You're sure? No trouble at all to take them up.
Oh, don't bother, lad. It was good enough of you to go shopping with me. Haven't seen you in ages.
I'm working 2 jobs. Trying to be the best.
We're proud of you, Dennis. Come and see us next week.
Look forward to it. Excuse me, I'm looking for a restaurant. It's called the Friendly Tiger.
Why, Seymour? Why? Why is this Irishman tailing Parker?
Don't know, Mr. Moretti.
Could Thomas be second-guessing me?
Look, Mr. Callahan, or Wasi, whatever you call yourself, you're making a filthy afternoon even filthier. We could all be doing something creative or educational.
Yeah, creative, educational.
Look, all I want to know is why Thomas Colfax has you tagging Jennifer Parker. It's sort of silly. Thomas Colfax and I are partners. Jennifer Parker is looked after. Why is Colfax second-guessing me? His old friend and partner.
I don't know, Colfax. I promise you. I was saying at Mother's grave, I don't know, Mr. Colfax, I don't.
There's no more time, mate. Now, I don't know how much suffering you've done in your life, but assuming there's no pain you haven't experienced, what is about to happen to you will be unique. Seymour is a wizard at this sort of thing. On-the-job training, I think it's called. So, Mr. Callahan, if you don't talk to us about your life with Mr. Colfax, you'll spend the rest of your blind time sitting on a wooden platform with your heart sending out signals to limbs that no longer exist. So, chum, who the hell are you? And what is your relationship to my dear friend and colleague, Thomas Fairchild Colfax? This beleaguered gentleman may have nothing to do with Colfax. He might even be who he says he is. See what a highly charged world we live in, mate. We look everywhere for the truth but in a man's eyes. If we could see your eyes, I'll bet we'd see the truth. I'm sorry, Mr. Callahan.
It's okay, sir. No harm done. No, at all.
Mr. Callahan, before we misjudged you, before we made it difficult for you to see, I believe that you did see us. I'm afraid that's unacceptable. Surely you understand that seeing who we are is unacceptable.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour.
Remind me, Seymour, to apologize to Colfax.
I'll get it.
Who the hell is calling at this hour?
Hatcher, Foreman, and Delafonte. Yes, this is Jennifer Parker. Yes. Adam, you're where? You sound very close. Joshua's fine. Just fine. No, he's doing very well. Even in arithmetic. No, I've never been there. Adam, I'm not a schoolgirl. I have responsibilities. So do you. I'm sorry. I can't handle this. I can't. Goodbye, Adam.
Come on, kid, let's get out of here. We'll listen to some gentle music.
Am I crying?
I don't see any tears.
Not one?
Not a single tear.
What's left after tears, Jeremy?
I don't know. Dignity, I guess. Come on.
Our people on the scene figure that the grand jury has almost completed its investigation of Jerry Worth.
I'm about ready.
I don't like the word about.
My father used to say you alert a coward too early, you give him time to become a hero.
Didn't know your father spoke English.
Jim, if we don't reach Warner and his man Haber, we shop elsewhere.
Elsewhere's nowhere. I'm the only store that deals in these matters.
Then deal, damn it. The longer this case hovers about, the uglier it can get.
Stop looking arch, Margot. I told you I move when I feel it right to move.
Let's get on with it, Moretti. Jennifer Parker makes me feel uncomfortable.
Just old, Margot.
The lady is common, a nobody from nowhere.
You're not in the same league with Jennifer Parker. Come on, Margot.
Why, Jim Moretti. You're in love. You've fallen in love with a downstairs maid. How droll.
I'd kill you, Margot, if you hadn't already died of facelift poisoning.
You'll kill no one. There will be no independent action in our company. You understand?
Of course, Thomas. Excuse my excursions, Margot. I'm known to overreact on social themes, but be assured I never do anything about them. I'm a businessman. I even have cards. Engraved. Salute.
Hey, Jeremy, slow down. We're only going back to the office. I thought we'd go over the Gersten matter. Our postponement's almost up. You did get that postponement. Jeremy, you did get that postponement, didn't you?
Taxi.
Catherine's gone again, isn't she? Or is she back? I can't tell with you anymore. Okay, either way, I'm on your side, but you were supposed to get that postponement. It was a routine matter. Now we're in heavy soup. For God's sakes, Jeremy.
It slipped my mind. I got involved with this one.
That's not a grown-up excuse. Talk to me. I'm your associate, your friend.
Well, lay off, will you?
I will not lay off. I will not pamper you. If you need to be stroked, ask Father Ryan. Ask Catherine.
Hey, you're way out of order, Counselor. Catherine and myself are off limits to you, to everyone. It's our marriage. It's our lousy, misforgotten marriage.
Jeremy! Come back!
Hey, you want to get killed? Go to Brooklyn!
Mr. Sullivan.
Good to see you.
We found him half hour ago, sir. Here's his ID, and we found this.
A Secret Service man with Jennifer Parker's address?
That's why we called into your office, sir.
Appreciate it. Interesting package, isn't it, Vince?
The first report we got was from two drivers in the upper roadway. They saw this guy jump.
Did they see anybody with him?
No, sir. They say it happened too fast.
You ever heard of a Secret Service man knocking himself off, Mr. DeSalva? Heard they're all very adjusted.
There are two reasons why very adjusted people finish themselves. One, they were not that adjusted in the first place. And two, someone else made the decision.
Good morning, Miss Parker.
Good morning, Miss Parker.
Did you two share one good morning?
Jeremy's here, and he said to tell you we got the postponement.
Oh, great. Would you ask him to come in?
He's getting his things together.
All right, friend. What the hell do you think you're doing?
Moving on. By the way, I got your postponement. Who gets the keys?
Please. Please don't suck your way out of the office, out of my life. Go on, then. Scurry out. Take your battered briefcase to Father Ryan. He'll console you. Yeah, he'll tell you that life is cruel and wives and husbands even crueler. Do you know something, Jeremy? You don't have to go to Father Ryan for that. You can get that sermon right here.
Yeah, I guess I can, Jennifer. I don't doubt your expertise in these matters. I suspect you're a card-carrying member of the Heartbreak Club.
Anything more?
Yeah. There is something more. I might be unraveling, but I'm still trying.
You, counselor, you quit. You're not in the fight anymore. You don't bleed, you reminisce. You know what's going to happen to you, counselor?
Tell me, Jeremy. You better tell me.
You're going to grow old gracefully, with witty stories for the old and lots of quotable anecdotes for the young. You're going to sit around quite safely, remembering, waiting. Your memories of pain are going to become so distant you won't be able to separate them from a favorite sad book. Yeah, might be ludicrous, but I'm going to give it a whirl. You see, I love Catherine. I'll probably get mangled for my efforts. I might end up a suicide or a drunk, but not now. Not yet.
Jeremy, keep the keys. Stay at least until I get back. Till I catch up with my past.
until I earn the right to tell you or anybody anything. Keep the keys. You're here and I'm alive.
And grateful. And so very much in love. If this is a dream and I wake up without you.
If it is a dream, we'll put off waking up.
Listen, old campaigner, you called me. That's right.
I'm aware of that, Craig. I think you are too.
Listen, chum, if the president wanted Treasury in on this, the secretary would have been in Boston, not me. You want to change policy, go to the president. No, I'm not calling from anywhere. I'm staying with friends, trying to get away from you powerful figures for a few days. Right. Bye, Craig.
I still don't believe you're here. You're actually here. What happened to change your mind, Jenny?
I don't know. I just needed to see you. Needed to see us.
I don't even care why you're here. The fact is, you are.
Yes, I am. And I feel strangely at home. Whoever said lightning doesn't strike twice? I know it's a little late to ask, but whose pad is this anyway?
This pad, madam, is what we call le pad du close buddy.
What?
Lean hideaway owned by a good friend with enough taste to be elsewhere. A long way elsewhere. Was it difficult for you to come up here, Jennifer?
Difficult, no. Overwhelming, yes. To see a man I love. To touch a man I love. To sleep with a man I love.
Okay, it's my turn. What are you thinking about? Really thinking about?
I guess you're still the fella. The one who can knock you down and haul you up. The one guy who can prove hearts can be broken. Can you really remain unnoticed, even on a beach between nowheres?
Vice presidents are not celebrities, Jennifer. Unless events bring attention to us, say during a campaign or a funeral. Nobody knows who the hell we are or could care less.
I do. Look at them. Their poles twice as long as the two of them. Think they'll catch anything?
Doesn't matter. They're fishing. And they're free. Great! Great cast!
Best cast ever!
Blessed are the children. Look at him.
All that mist. All those miles. One day, Jennifer will be at the other side. So many cities for us to see. So many journeys to share.
It's strange, Adam. The places we remember best are the ones we never see.
Please remind me where we were.
In love.
Damn right. Okay, thank you. All right.
I'm to remind you where we were.
Where we were is now.
What happened?
Remember, I told you vice presidents get noticed only at funerals. Well, I'm noticed. I have to leave tomorrow. Chancellor Weil died suddenly. I'll make arrangements for you to get back.
Don't worry about me, Adam. I can always get home. I don't even need a note pinned to my blouse.
Oh, Jenny. We still have the night. No more separations, Jenny. I can't say goodbye again.
What can you say?
Don't know.
You really don't know, do you?
You realize we'll be facing DeSalva again? The third time this week? He won't let up.
And none of these cases were his. The man is obsessed with me. He thinks I'm guilty of everything. He never thought I was legitimate.
Margot doesn't like these cases.
I'm trying them. She wants to fire me? Let her. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that the words law and courtroom, constantly expounded here by Mr. DeSalva, appear somewhat more frightening away from your homes and daily lives. But please indulge me for a moment. Let's forget, for these few odd seconds, that we're in a courtroom. Okay? Let's imagine instead that we're sitting around my small living room talking about what's happening to this defendant, a fellow human being. Try to picture yourselves in a quiet place where people of goodwill come together and share the problems of everyday life. Yes, everyday
The jury. Those
life with people.
idiots are in Parker's living room.
Life with heart.
They've forgotten the whole damn case. Ladies and gentlemen, for a little while anyway, I would like you to forget that you're in a court of law. That's a strange request from the Office of District Attorney, but indulge me for a few seconds. Imagine, if you will, that you're sitting at home in my living room. We're just chatting informally as friends.
Loss is stealing your stuff.
So he is. How dare he tell you to forget you're sitting in a court of law? Perhaps Mr. DeSalva would have you believe you're at a ball game eating hot dogs. Or at a racetrack, placing bets for his staff. So I'm asking you, ladies and gentlemen, to remember. To remember where you are. And to remember that all of us are here to see that justice is done. And that the defendant is vindicated in a courtroom.
Parker has learned a lot from you, Chief.
Me? That lousy two-bit. You see what you did to that jury?
Chief, you have taught us some of the finer...
I don't teach finer. Teach Jennifer Parker, you'd be like teaching a piranha to eat slowly.
Why, Mr. DeSalva, you're upset. Now, who upset our eminent district attorney? Our client winning? Don't think so. The pressure of the job.
Maybe.
Maybe, but doubtful.
Listen, Broad.
Listen, Broad. It's women, Jeremy. There's the clue. Mr. DeSalva has trouble with women, or as he refers to them, broads.
Mr. DeSalva has been happily married for years.
Mr. DeSalva has, but has anyone asked his wife?
Let's get out of here, Ben.
Okay, I'll raise you two. How many cards do you want?
I only need one card, so an inside straight.
Dealer takes two.
Okay.
Now, what do you people think you're doing?
The nice lady's teaching me to play poker.
Your kid has possibilities.
Father Ryan, I'd like to see you up here. And I'll have a conference with you later, Mrs. Mackey.
Me too.
When did she contact you?
About a week ago. She said she had business in Cleveland and wanted to stop off in New York.
How did she know about you?
She follows things.
You know, of course, that she's Joshua's grandmother.
Oh?
Don't be so clever. What did she tell Joshua?
Only that she's a friend.
That's something, anyway.
Your mother. You know, Joshua has really taken to her. He invited her to supper. That's all right. She can't stay. She said she's too jet-lagged to be hungry.
She probably drank all the way from Rome.
Your kid is adding up the score. I guess you two are doing the same.
You get worse and worse. To teach a child poker at his age.
The kid tells me he's playing baseball again. You know, it's strange coming back to the States. It's been many years. Most everyone I knew is dead. The few that are alive should be dead.
Father Ryan, don't laugh at her. Don't encourage her. She loves to be outrageous.
You should get married. You should have more babies. You make nice kids. I'm sorry. I did hear that you and the politician are over.
You hear everything, don't you?
You can do better than the politician. Be patient. I waited. I did better.
Get the hell out of here.
Now, that part of you I like. No, I can't really stay. I've got a car outside and the driver's probably starved. I'll call you before I leave. I'll be at the plaza if you... You know, that is such a habit, such a sentimental, ridiculous habit, telling people where you are in case they need you. Me of all people. I guess I'm about 20 years late. Echo. So I'll be at the plaza if you need me. Oh, by the way, all the way from Rome, I tried to remember your father's first name.
Abner.
Of course. I knew it was something ridiculous.
I'm not saying a word. Not a single, solitary word. But she is your mother.
Ryan.
I'm not saying anything. But after all, Jennifer, she is your mother.
Ryan, I tried. I did, but she's...
She's your mother. You'll have to cut a deal.
I don't have to do anything.
I'll get it. Thank you.
Sweetheart, until now, your problems have been confined to stretch limos and satin adultery. But there's a bill. There's always a bill.
And if we don't pay?
Exposure. I like Joshua. By the way, what's his last name?
You bastard.
Lady, we are now into overtime, and people are getting very nervous. You will close the deal with Warner, and you will give him this. If you don't give it to him, you will go over. On my brother's grave, you will go over. You're in bed with the devil. Enjoy.
Personal business. Personal business. Oh, girl stuff. You know what you want. You know what you want. Michael knew. This is for Michael.
Oh. No. No. No.
This is for Michael.
No. Michael. Always Michael. You can't do it yourself. You need Michael. You need Michael for everything. No.
nothing.
Mr. Vice President.
What? What time is it?
It's 1 a.m., sir.
Is everything all right? Is the
The
president...
president is fine. Would you take a call?
What?
A call, sir.
I've been trying to reach you all day, Adam. I must see you.
I don't know when. I'm stuck in Washington for a few days. There are 2 tight votes in the Senate. I may be called upon to cast a tiebreaker.
Adam, I have to see you. I wouldn't ask if it weren't...
All right, I'll tell you what. I'm coming up to New York. I'm addressing the annual dinner of the National Conference on the Arts.
I can't see you there. Every name in America will be storming in.
Perfect. Big crowds, less notice. I'll leave a pair of tickets. Bring someone. You'll be noticed less. Between cocktails, dinner, and speech making, I'll have arranged something.
We must meet.
Okay, Jennifer. We'll meet.
Amazing, there are 5 other events here.
Nothing stops wedding receptions, bar mitzvahs, or college reunions.
Please give these stuffs to your waiter. Please give these stuffs to your waiter at dinner, Father.
Bet you it'll be stuffed chicken and mashed potatoes.
Why not?
Come on, give us something. Mr. Vice President? Bye.
Yes, thank you.
You look lovely tonight, Miss Parker. Very lawyer-like.
You're doing all right, Jennifer. You're doing just fine. Look at Parker. A mask of innocence.
Mr. Parker, follow me, please.
Jennifer, I would have met you sooner.
I understand.
Ever since we were together.
I know, one funeral after another. Sorry, Adam. I'm not here for reminiscing.
What are you here for? It's incredible. absolutely incredible that Moretti's people think I would even consider asking the Deputy Attorney General to squash an indictment, that I would ask a friend.
It's because he's your friend, Adam. They know he owes his job to you.
I did not recommend Arlen Haber to the president because he's a friend of mine. The man is a brilliant lawyer.
Moretti said no one would criticize Haber if he decided not to proceed. He seems so confident. They think one word from me to you can solve their problem.
Jennifer, they'll pull everything down. That's what they'll do. Those kinds of people don't just threaten blackmail. So the hyenas have come down from the hills, eh, Jenny? Well, let them. I say no, and no, and no.
Adam, I knew it. I knew it.
Don't you touch my husband, you whore.
Mary Beth, whatever the circumstances, whatever the conflicts the three of us have, we're in this together. We have a common
We have
purpose.
nothing in common.
Mary Beth, will you listen? We're being blackmailed. Some people know about...
Jennifer and you.
And a boy.
Named what, Miss Parker? It had to leak out. I warned you, you silly sophomore. I warned you.
It's too late for recriminations, Mrs. Warner. If you want apologies, I'll give you all you want. But right now, Adam must save...
Must save what? I'll tell you what he's going to save. He's going to save his daughter, me, his career. That's what he's going to save.
Mary Beth, you don't understand. Moretti knows who Joshua's father is. They're asking for a deal. They want me to squash an indictment against a super crook named Jerry Worth. Now do you understand? They want me to make a deal.
For God's sakes, Adam. No benefits if you don't make a deal. Who? So another hustler gets off. Who cares? Every day, people get away with things. But still, the system works. Every second of history, there's a certain amount of dirty pool, yet the system works. Every day, somebody bends the law, yet the system works.
What system?
You have no standing in this court. Adam, you can make a deal with these people. We tell them it's a one-time sale, one time. If they come back for more, public servants are vulnerable, granted, but we can move in awesome ways. Those people know that. They won't be back again.
Mary Beth does make some interesting points. Not that I necessarily agree with all of them, but there are complex issues here.
And what are they?
Adam, there are 500 people waiting to hear you speak.
Jennifer, trust me, I'll do the right thing. I always have. And I do have you and the boy to think of.
No, Adam. Don't call him.
Call him, Adam.
Given the traditional priorities of human needs, peace, food, health, and education must be placed at the top. Yet without art, there is ultimately nothing. True, we can have peace and full bellies, great hospitals, even the prolongation of life. We can leap out of solar systems and find infinity itself. But still, in the secret heart of all of us, the eyes behind the eyes of all of us, the inner ear of all of us, aren't we all searching for some elusive theme, a piece of music just the other side of our hearts? Aren't our ears picking up phrases, a rhythm, a tall story that hangs around the house like an old friend? Aren't there gentle reminders of early days when we all cared so much that nothing else really seemed to matter? Isn't there some fragment of beauty that makes us feel that even if the stars no longer look down, we have the strength to look up?
You did well, James.
I told you Worth will not be touched. That's the first time I ever spoke to a vice president. He sounded like a pompous squid. He'll sound worse one day soon.
Why not take a vacation, James? You deserve it. You need a holiday. Don't stand in shadow, Seymour. You make people nervous being innocuous. Come in, come in.
Thank you, Mr. Colfax.
So how about a vacation, James? The company will pick up the tab.
There's still my brother, Michael. There's still unfinished business. With Warner. And Parker.
Your brother is dead, Jim. Don't muddle things up. It's not good. Want a drink, Seymour?
Did you enjoy Warner's speech?
Still thinking about it. Warner is a powerful speaker.
That's good. Do you have any trouble getting in?
No.
I always like having a man on the inside.
I enjoyed myself. You really thinking about finishing Warner and the Parker lady?
I never thought of anything else.
I guess if it was my brother, I'd be just as crazy.
Want to come up for a drink? I'm too excited to sleep.
Sure.
Oh, Seymour. How about some champagne, huh?
Just some soda water, please.
Come on, this is an occasion. Soda water. Well, how about some ice? Huh? What the hell is this?
You don't kill the vice president, Mr. Moretti. It's not right.
You're filthy.
Why? It's wrong, Mr. Moretti. It is wrong to kill the vice president. Even Mr. Colfax says it's wrong. Even Mr. Colfax.
You work for me, you crazy bastard.
We both work for Colfax. It's not right to kill the vice president, Mr. Moretti.
Moretti will fix it. Moretti will take care of it. Moretti can't fix his hair anymore.
Keep it down, Jerry. Don't howl at me.
You promised me. I believed you. You took out Moretti. You burned your own private hitman before he squashed my indictment. Why?
Moretti went psycho on us. He wanted to blow away Adam Warner afterwards.
I don't care what happens to Adam Warner afterwards.
Oh, you don't? Well, we do. Killing a vice president. Moretti could have pulled us all down, the whole organization.
Of which you are a major part, Jerry.
Don't be a diplomat, Margot. It brings out the slut in you.
Listen, Will,
Shut it
I don't
off,
have...
Margot. Jerry, Moretti had to go.
What about me? You thought the assassination of Adam Warner would bring the organization down. You don't know the meaning of down. I'm indicted. You'll see down. You'll see down so far that a hole in a swamp will look like heaven to you.
Jerry, we're not going down, and neither are you. You think we're stupid enough to count on only Jim Moretti's blackmail?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're stupid enough. I was.
That's very generous of you. But don't aggravate me. Jerry, you will not be indicted. I give you my word. The company's word. Now, we've been together a long time. I've never walked on your lawn. I've never ruffled any one of your splendid feathers,
Then don't begin. You remind him, Margot. Remind him who I am.
I know who you are, Jerry.
Remind him, Margot.
He could take us down. So remind me, Margot. Remind me who Jerry Worth is.
And on a local note, the death of Jerome Worth at 59 came as a big shock to the power brokers of this city and elsewhere. Worth apparently was killed by a hit-and-run driver as he left his house late this afternoon. Worth was reported to be in some difficulty with various branches of the government. Always a colorful figure, Worth had a dazzling array of friends.
So it's over, Adam. It's all over. Nothing more will happen. There'll be no further attempt to influence you. With Moretti's death and now with Worth gone, they have nothing, and they don't need anything. They've had a happy ending, and so have we.
You understand, Mary Beth, I never intended to make a deal. I never said I'd contact anyone at the Justice Department. I never agreed to anything.
Of course you didn't. Darling, it's all right to call Jennifer Parker. You will anyway. But do let her know that her problem with fathers and sons is over. Tell her she can live quietly. Tell her to live quietly. Understand? Call her, Adam. It's fine with me.
Margot Delafonte was up to her neck in the whole filthy mess. So I'm going to take my little diploma in 4 pictures back to a little office with a little window, and along with Jeremy, practice a little law. That's what I'm going to do.
And you feel okay about Jeremy?
His work is superb, and Catherine's home. I hope she stays.
I pray she will. But Jeremy will wait for her no matter. There's nothing to be done about that.
Guess who's back?
Where's Mrs. Mackey?
She stopped to do some shopping. Ciao, Padre. I'm exhausted just getting that kid to school. Why am I explaining things to you? You know, in Italy, you see a priest and you start explaining. Your kid wants the whole world explained to him before he goes 1 block. Ecco, who does he think he is?
A 6-year-old boy who looks around. You okay? What's wrong?
The eyes. You're so solicitous. Last week you hinted me.
That was a week ago. I'm as fickle as you are. Sure you're okay?
Yeah.
I'll get you a glass of water. Hello? Oh. Yeah. I'll take this call in my bedroom. When you hear my voice, please hang up.
It wouldn't occur to me to do anything else.
Father Ryan, would you get Marquez a glass of water? Nothing in it.
Padre.
Nope. Okay.
Who was it?
Wrong number. It's tiny. I shouldn't have. How ill are you? So that's why you came home. You gonna tell Jennifer?
You crazy? All these years, and I'm gonna play along, look after dear old Mum Scene with a daughter I barely know? Depress a child who thinks of me as a funny card shark? No. Listen, a little bourbon from time to time. And my big mouth, they won't even know I've got a cold.
What do you plan to do?
Oh, a little of this, little of that. I've got money, you know. She gonna stay away from that Warner fella?
You listened.
Who needs to listen? Ryan, I barely know Jennifer, but I know women. There is a look. You okay?
Sure.
Sure. Well, I'm off. Car coming to pick me up.
You'll be back. Joshua will be.
Don't let him play poker. It's not for him. That kid gets a thought and it's all over his face. Jennifer, I'm not going to say it's none of my business because that sort of politeness is against my religion. But, damn right, but
No. I'm not going to see the politician.
Good. You can vote for him, but nothing else.
Nothing else.
Where's your father buried, anyway?
Marigold Cemetery, Kelso, Washington State. Why?
I thought I'd say hello. He was a nice man. And he brought you up well. I'd like to thank him. By the way, what name does he go by in that place?
Abner, damn it. Abner Parker.
Abner. You know, it's got kind of a nice ring to it, Abner. Let's try to see that it's not forgotten.
Joshua, the Marchesa did not teach you how to cheat.
Yes, she did. Hi. There's that terrific man.
Oh.
It's okay, Mrs. Mackey.
You gotta stay for supper this time.
Joshua, go and finish your game with Mrs. Mackey.
We're done. She owes me $1,000.
Oh, then give her the chance to win it back, Josh. That's the gentlemanly thing to do.
Okay, but don't you go away.
Adam, we settled this on the phone.
Help me anyway, Jennifer. I'm stuck. I've been rehearsing all morning.
So you knew I'd be here. Joshua's man.
Always. Oh, Jennifer. Tell me to make a run for it. Tell them all to go to hell. Tell me to tell them I'm resigning.
Why resign, Adam?
I'd have to. I couldn't stay in office.
Divorce Mary Beth? Marry me? Acknowledge your son? Poor Adam. You equate me with disgrace.
Jenny, that's not what I meant.
Of course it is. You see yourself as a martyr to love, a political unit wandering around the world with me and Joshua, telling anybody you can what you sacrificed for true love.
Jennifer, that's a terrible portrait.
Adam, we've both been unfaithful. You to Mary Beth, your daughter, your position. Me. So have I. I've been unfaithful to my life. A friend of mine called me on it, and he was right. I've used our love as a substitute for living. I love you. I love you now. That's a fact. But my love has to become irrelevant. Irrelevant to growing up and moving on.
Well, tell me, what can I say? What should I say to keep you? Tell me, Jennifer, okay?
I need you to tell me that there's no future for us. Only a present. But you can't do that, can you, Adam?
Well, then you tell me what will happen to you without me. Can you make it?
I sure as hell am gonna try. I mean, I'm gonna bleed a lot. I'm gonna bleed all over my best rugs, but I won't die from it. And I'm not staying retired any longer. I insist on hanging around for a long time.
What about our son?
One day, Joshua will have to figure that out for himself. And I hope he's considerate and understanding of his parents who will not grow old together. I hope he understands. That's the greatest loss of all.
Hey, Mom, they're getting ready to dance. They look so funny. Tell the man to hurry.
Be right there, Joshua. Goodbye, Adam. Don't let anybody frighten you again. You're too tall. And
I guess it does stop there. Bye, Jenny.
Where's the nice man? Did you invite him to supper? Hey, Mama, you're crying.
Well, it's about time, pal.
Hey, they're starting all kinds of stuff over there.